Duane Ollinger, a former oilman with nerves of steel and a gut instinct that had led him to millions in the past, had purchased Blind Frog Ranch not for the pasture or the scenery, but for what lay beneath. He was drawn by the legends, by the magnetic anomalies that fried electronics and the historical breadcrumbs pointing to an underground treasure vault. "We're not treasure hunters," Duane had once insisted. "We're truth seekers. We're chasing answers. The gold? That's just what's at the end of the truth." With his son Chad Ollinger at his side, a former military pilot with precision focus and a heart for danger, they formed the core of a team armed with drills, dynamite, drones, and data. And in Season 5, the stakes had never been higher. Tunnel Trouble and Underground Clues Episode 1 opened with the crew examining an old mining tunnel they had uncovered in Season 4. The passage, etched into the mountain like a secret scar, was finally clear of debris. Inside, they found hand-chiseled markings, symbols etched into the stone, unmistakably Mesoamerican. Dr. Eric Drummond, the team's geologist and resident skeptic, was stunned. "These don't belong here," he murmured, brushing his fingers over the symbols. "This isn't just mining. This is ceremonial." This was guarded. That same day, equipment began to fail. Batteries drained without cause, radios crackled with static, and their borehole camera picked up what looked like a figure, brief, shadowy, and gone in a blink. Was it a glitch? Or something more to push forward? Duane brought in heavy machinery to deepen the shaft that had previously revealed an underground void. But something was resisting them. The drill struck a metallic object. Not just rock, something forged. When they hauled up the bit, it was scorched. Duane stared at the damage. "That's not normal wear," he said. "Something's down there, and it doesn't want us coming in. Hidden vault or ancient trap." In Episode 3, Chad piloted a drone into the main tunnel, outfitted with thermal imaging and reinforced for tight spaces. What it found was shocking. A sealed stone wall, completely out of place from the native geology, with distinct brick patterns resembling early Spanish construction. "This could be it," Chad whispered through the comms. "The vault. The treasure room." The team debated. Could it be a trap? Legends said the Spaniards booby-trapped their hidden caches. Poison darts, collapsing walls, and flooding chambers were all fair game in the protection of royal treasure. To be cautious, they used a ground-penetrating radar device to scan beyond the wall. What it revealed gave them chills. Behind the wall was a room roughly 30 feet long and 12 feet wide, with two large rectangular anomalies buried in its center. Chests, coffins, or containers of something the ancients wanted never to be found. The curse of the gold. While some hunted for facts, others feared the curse. Locals told tales of ghost sightings, of strange lights, and of those who dared dig at the ranch only to vanish. Even team member Charlie Snyder, a rugged survivalist, admitted to unease. "I saw something standing at the tree line last night," he said during Episode 5. "It wasn't human. It watched me, and then just disappeared." The team brought in a Navajo elder who warned them, "This land remembers. It punishes greed. If you open something not meant to be opened, you'll awaken more than just dust." But the crew pressed on. The treasure was too close. A breakthrough, and a breakdown. By Episode 7, the team broke through the stone wall using a diamond blade cutter. Behind it, they found a chamber lined with strange crystals, the walls resonating with electromagnetic energy. The two rectangular anomalies were real, stone sarcophagi, sealed tight. Inside the first, not gold, but human remains, bones wrapped in cloth and a crude gold pendant resting on the ribcage. The pendant bore the same symbol etched into the earlier tunnel, a sun enclosed by a serpent. This was a guardian, Drummond said quietly. They buried him here to protect something. The second sarcophagus, however, was different, a delicate operation. They opened it live on camera. Gas hissed out. Inside, wrapped in wax-coated cloth, was a small chest. On it, locked, they carefully transported it back to base camp. What was inside? Viewers across the world watched breathlessly as the team opened the ancient chest in the season final. Inside, bars of gold. Real heavy, stamped with 16th century Spanish royal insignias. Estimated value, over $10 million. But there was more: ancient documents, scrolls wrapped in decaying leather, maps, symbols matching those found in the tunnel, directions to a larger cache, one buried deep below the mesa on the western edge of the property. This wasn't the treasure, Duane said, holding the gold bar. This was just the key to the treasure. The aftermath. In the final moments of Season 5, cameras followed the team as they began drilling near the mesa. Indicated strange noises echoed from the depths. Equipment failed again. A tremor shook the ground. And then, the screen went black. A single message appeared. To be continued. Conclusion. The gold is real. But so is the risk. Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch Season 5 delivered what many believed was impossible. A true discovery of lost Spanish gold. But it also raised the stakes. What lies beneath the mesa? Who buried this map, this key, and why guard it with traps and curses? Blind Frog Ranch has proven it holds more than myth. But the mystery, far from being solved, has only deepened. And for Duane, Chad, and the rest of the crew, the search continues, not just for gold, but for the truth buried deep beneath the Utah earth. Season 5 began where the previous left off, with the crew still buzzing from the electromagnetic readings detected deep within a sealed cavern beneath the property. The signs were impossible to ignore. High radiation, unstable magnetic fields, underground voids, and gold, perhaps millions worth, just beneath their boots. Duane assembled a team hardened by past seasons of frustration, false starts, and chilling encounters. His son Chad Ollinger, a level-headed former pilot with nerves of steel, led aerial recon and drone ops. Charlie Snyder, ex-military survivalist, kept a sharp eye on security. And Dr. Eric Drummond, skeptical geologist turned believer, handled scientific measurements and decoding ancient symbols. What was once just a hunch had now evolved into an archaeological puzzle, a historical treasure map written in stone, caves, and mystery. Clues in the cave-ins. The first breakthrough of the season came when ground-penetrating radar detected a network of chambers branching out beneath a natural hot spring on the ranch's northwest quadrant. Chad's drone footage revealed carved stone corridors that didn't match any known Native American or Spanish colonial architecture. The real shocker? One of the tunnel walls was sealed with a thick, unnatural metallic lining, resembling iron, but fused with something older, unknown. This wasn't mining. It was protection. The team called in a structural engineer to assist in accessing the chamber without collapse. But as they drilled closer, their equipment repeatedly malfunctioned. Batteries drained, data corrupted, drill bits shattered. It was as if something didn't want them inside. It's like this place has a force field, said Charlie. Whatever's down there, it's fighting back. The map that shouldn't exist mid-season, while reviewing artifacts from an abandoned mine shaft, the team uncovered a leather-bound bundle tucked into a crevice, protected from time and rot. Inside was a map, a crude, hand-drawn parchment showing the Uinta Basin, but marked with symbols resembling those found in Mesoamerican codices. This changes everything, said Dr. Drummond. This is a convergence of cultures we never expected. Spanish, Aztec, and possibly even Sumerian influence here, all leading to the same thing. The map indicated La Boca del Diablo, the devil's mouth, a symbol-laced stone archway rumored in 18th century conquistador journals. It was said to lead to a vast underground treasure left behind by retreating Spanish soldiers, but none had returned alive. Naturally, Duane wanted in. Operation Devil's Mouth. Following the ancient map, the team trekked to the arch, half collapsed under landslide debris. Beneath the rubble, thermal imaging revealed a tunnel leading straight into the mountain. The team spent weeks clearing debris, building scaffolding, and reinforcing the passage with modern supports. Then it happened. As Chad entered the exposed corridor with a body-mounted GoPro, his comms went dead. The camera cut out. When he emerged 3 minutes later, shaken and disoriented, he claimed to have heard chanting and seen shadows moving against the walls. There was someone, or something, in there with me, he whispered. I don't think it wanted me to go further. That night, motion cameras around camp picked up glowing orbs darting between trees and strange footprints, barefoot, wide-toed, and deep. The crew was rattled. Viewers were hooked. But Duane wasn't stopping. Gold and Graves Episode 8 was the game changer. After finally drilling through a thick stone slab at the end of the tunnel, the team found a hidden burial chamber, its walls etched with serpents, stars, and unfamiliar hieroglyphs. In the center, 4 chests. One had rotted to dust, 2 were sealed, and the 4th opened under Chad's trembling hands. Inside, gold ingots, dust-covered, yet unmistakably authentic. Their inscriptions matched a 16th century Spanish mint. The value? Over $5 million. But alongside the gold was something else. A human skull wearing a gold medallion, etched with a sun swallowed by a snake. The same symbol had been found in other locations across the ranch. Duane was stunned. This wasn't just a treasure room. This was a tomb. It begged the question, was this gold buried as tribute, or as a warning?